Hi, my name is Denise Hatcher, and I teach Spanish at home in the United States. I've taught Spanish in high school for 5 years, and I've been at Aurora University for 26. And there's this amazing site called the Spanish Teachers in the U.S. on Facebook. And one late night, I was looking at ways to just kind of have an amazing experience, kind of truthfully fall back in love again with everything related to Spanish and the teaching profession, because COVID is hard for a lot of us. And there were so many positive comments about Ramon, who owns and the school, San Pedro School, Spanish school. And so I sent an email, and Ramon responded immediately. And then I found him on Instagram, and Mario answered all my questions. And so then I had to tell my family, hey, guess what, guys? I want to go to Guatemala for a week to just kind of immerse myself and learn firsthand, so that I can go back to my classes and really have a firsthand knowledge of what Guatemala is all about. I had my first immersion experience 34 years ago as a 20-year-old when I went to Mexico City. So it was really super fun to kind of, at the age of 54, pack a suitcase for a week and come and just have another immersive solo experience. Learning so much, walking around on a basis, buying a coffee, talking to people. One of the things that stands out for me is how many people there are from all over the world. And it's just amazing. It's like you'll be walking and you'll hear so many languages, and everyone's so friendly. And yes, Ramon, you're right. I feel very, very, very safe. One of the things I really love about the San Pedro Spanish School is how Ramon gets to know you, and then he pairs you with a teacher who really understands the learning objectives that you want for yourself. And so this morning, my teacher Nico and I started on one conversation, but then I was able to kind of say, well, something I really want to know more about. And so after break, we're going to go and I'm going to get firsthand knowledge, learning more about the economy of Guatemala, having the opportunity to compare and contrast every day, one-on-one, and be able to stop and say, how do you spell that word, or what's that verb, or how would you classify this? It's just an amazing one-on-one personalized instruction where I'm going to go home with 1,000% more confidence again after a COVID couple of years of teaching. But the one-on-one, the personal interest, I can say to my teacher, can we talk about this tomorrow? It's just the one-on-one. The 3 hours flies by so fast. I'm doing a homestay, which is really interesting because I'm with a family. The dad is a teacher, the moms stay home, and they have a 10-year-old daughter, and so it's really fun just to get their perspectives. Like this morning at breakfast, we talked about the traditional clothes, and the mom wears the traditional Mayan clothes, the daughter doesn't, and it's such an amazing opportunity to expand my learning beyond the school, because I can say things like, well, why don't you like the traditional clothes, or what do you think about this, or what do you want to do? And it's just so fun to have that one-on-one perspective. Last night we were talking about verbs, which is really fun. I'm a Spanish teacher, so I was quizzing Avish on verbs, and it's just an amazing experience to go home with that one-hand knowledge of what it's like to have lived in the home of these amazing people that have opened up their homes and their hearts to you, for you to be able to not be staying in a hotel where everything's very, my meals are prepared. She gives me way too much food. I keep saying la mitad, like the half. I don't want you to think I'm a, bad American who wastes things, but everything is just, it's been an amazing experience. Makes me my coffee in the morning. Yesterday, the most beautiful plate of fruit, pineapple, cantaloupe, honeydew melon. It was wonderful. Typical food, not going to a restaurant asking for typical food. I'm getting typical food that's actually typical food. I would love to come back to the San Pedro Spanish School. Even getting here was such an amazing experience. It's never fun to fly, but sitting in the minivan that Ramon arranged to bring us back, meeting some of the other people that are taking classes in the minivan, having that opportunity to go down through the mountains, seeing what Guatemalan traffic is like, even the first day when it was a lot of sitting and just kind of waiting and not knowing. Sunday morning I did wake up with the whole, what did I get myself into? And so I was able to WhatsApp Ramon. He's like, do this, do that. And just he's made things so easy, so accessible, so much learning. One of the classes I teach is Latin American civilization and culture, and I'm just gonna have real photos and real stories to tell. Instead of just say, well, the internet says, or this textbook, I can say, yes, Halcon is this wonderful dish that's got a green base because it's green tomatillos. Yes, the students feel this way about this. Yes, the Mayan women are still walking down the streets with the vaso on their heads. A group of us went to the museum yesterday, and it was fascinating just to hear a Mayan explain the Mayan calendar to us and then give us our sheet. So there's so much in-class learning, but there's so much out-of-class learning. I'm gonna have so many hands-on experiences. God bless these teachers because they care so much about us. We're just not a student in a class of 30. We are like a person that they care about for a week, and they want us to go home having felt that we mastered what we wanted to master. I think the best thing for me personally as a Spanish professor being here, because some people did say, why are you going there, is just being able to use Spanish 100% of the time. Sitting in my class with Nico and having the English is prohibido rule, I feel like my Spanish is improved, but I feel like my passion and interest for all things related to the Spanish language and culture has just, it's been reignited. I'm not gonna lie, COVID was hard for so many reasons. Teaching to little black boxes. I think teaching had a really high burnout rate. I know back home there's a teacher shortage. I know that the state of New York said you don't even need a certification to teach anymore. So I feel that this opportunity to be here has just really been a welcome respite from what we went through with COVID, and just really ignited so much. My language, yes, it's a super esteem builder to sit there and know, all right, yeah, we did it, 30 hours of Spanish again. Yep, I ordered everything in Spanish, and they asked me where I was from. But so my Spanish has improved, but I just think my whole outlook has improved too because of the beautiful surroundings. I'm looking at Lake Atitlan right now. I can go down and walk along there. There's a place where we found where we can go kayaking on Lake Atitlan for 20 quetzales. I feel totally 100% safe as a single female going and using the ATM to make sure I have my quetzales. I bought some beautiful gifts to bring home to my family. So I think I know my Spanish has improved, but I also think my cultural understanding combined with that has helped to kind of like that fire that COVID was trying to kind of burn out on me. Thank you so much to everyone at the San Pedro Spanish School. You've made an amazing experience. It's the big things like answering our questions and getting here. It's the little things like, Mario, you let me pick up your cute little chihuahua and do a selfie, or you took pictures when I did a handstand, or Ramon, you're always available to answer questions. I'm asking some crazy ones like, what about tattoos in San Pedro? And you're answering all the questions, so thank you so much. It's an unforgettable experience, and it's something that's really going to impact me personally, and I'm really going to encourage students back home that were asking about the program to look into your program.